Okay, when we calculate the payoff for strategy 2, that is S2 and N1. N1 is you sell, demand is 1. Okay, so if demand is 1 and I have purchased two cars, so the cars sold will be 1, right? Multiply by the profit which I'm making, that is 4 lakhs, minus out of 2, if I have sold 1, 1 is unsold, and the cost of that car is 6 lakhs. Okay, so this gives you 4 minus 6, which gives you minus 2 lakhs. So in a way, you can say there is a loss here. Okay. Similarly, you can do the calculation for the other strategies. Let us say I'm doing it for S2N2. Okay. Now, in case of S2, S2 means we are buying two cars. Okay. And N2 means there is a demand of two cars. Right. So I am selling both the cars. So it will be 2 multiplied by 4. Okay. And there's nothing left. So there's unsold cars 0, which will give me 0 here. And ultimately, the answer here will be 8 lakhs. And if I do the calculation for S3N1, where the strategy is of buying three cars, but the demand is only one, so I'll be selling only one car here. Two remains unsold, multiply by 6. This gives you minus 12. So 4 minus 12 will give me minus 8 lakh and so on. So this is how you do the calculation for the payoffs. Basically, depending on the strategy and the demand. Okay. So once you do the calculation, you'll find that your table looks like this, and that's my calculations for your EMB. So if I write this whole table, I'll put S1, S2, S3, and S4 as my strategies. Then you put your N1s along with the probability given to you, that is 0.2, 0.4 for N2, 0.1 for N3, and 0.3 for N4. Now, these are the values which we have calculated. Now, if you look at the first one here, because we have bought only one car, okay, unsold is 0 in case of when there is a demand of two cars. Then that's the reason these values remains 4 year. And similarly, after this 2, if I have the strategy of buying two cars, once we get this value 8, we know that 2 are going to get can say sold. So this remains 8 throughout. Okay. Now, after doing the calculation of the EMV, this is my calculations. So it is 0.2 multiplied by 4 plus 0.4 multiplied by 4 plus 0.1 multiplied by 4 and plus 0.3 multiplied by 4. This gives me 4. And this is in lakhs. Okay, so this is 4 lakh, 6 lakh, 4 lakh, and 1 lakh. So S2 is the best strategy because that is giving me the maximum EMV, which is 6 lakh. And as you know, Suresh is following a strategy of buying 3 cars in the morning. So basically, he's actually making 4 lakh right now. So that is a wrong strategy, and we can recommend that he should go ahead and change the strategy of buying three cars, sorry, 2 cars, and it will give you the best, you can see, profit. Now, what about the expected monetary value with perfect information? So to do that, what we need to do is, if you take the first nature N1, the maximum value is 4. So 0.2 multiplied by 4 plus here the maximum is 8. So 0.4 multiplied by 8 plus 0.1 multiplied by 12 because 12 is the maximum. And finally 0.3 multiplied by 16. This calculation will give me the EMVPI, that is expected monetary value with perfect information. And if you look at the calculation, I think I do have the calculation. Okay. Now this is what I have explained you. You should go for the optimum strategy would be to buy 2 cars and not 3 cars. And the expected monetary value with perfect information will come to 10 lakhs. Okay. So if the expected monetary value with perfect information is 10 lakhs, and if you look at the VPI, it will be like 10 lakhs minus 6 lakhs. That is because the maximum EMV is 6 lakhs. So that gives you 4 lakhs, right? So while the value of perfect information will give me, the formula is like this. Your EMVPI minus EMV will give you 4 lakhs. Okay. And as in the problem they have mentioned, the fee for perfect information is 1 lakh, right? That means thus Suresh should pay the maximum fee for perfect information up to 4 lakhs. As the fee is 1 lakh is less than the VPI, he should opt for perfect information. Okay. Now this perfect information is going to help him to make the best strategy. Okay, there's a question from Advait. It says, what if the highest EMV is same for 2 strategy or more? Now, in that case, it is up to the person to go for whichever strategy he wants to. Now, for example, in the previous one, this one. Okay, now here we got 4 and here also 4. Had this not been 6, let us say this was somewhere around say 3, and there's a tie between S1 and S3. Now, in that case, then the person will not lose anything if he goes for S1 or S3. So it's up to the person. So we have 2 optimum solutions here. Okay, so there can be a case where we can have multiple optimum solutions, which will give me the maximum profit. Clear? But again, it also depends on the information, the other information which we are calculating, like the expected monetary value with perfect information, and the value of perfect information also matters. Okay, so we can do the calculation for all those variables and then come up with some conclusion. So while giving the final answer, you should also consider the other values as well. Okay, so this will be the final answer for this given problem. Okay, I think we'll stop here. Next time when we come, we'll discuss on decision making under uncertainty. There are basically 5 types of different concepts or models or criteria, you can say, which we need to discuss under uncertainty. So when we come next, it might be an extended session in the next one as well, where we'll be solving a problem where all the different types of criteria will be involved. So initially, I'll just run you through the theory part, and then we'll take a big problem and solve it out. Okay, that's all for today, guys. Please do go through the videos again and practice it. Okay, whereas your EMVs and all everything, this is very simple compared to the other problems. So thank you very much. See you in the next session.